Oh, by Odin's jockstrap. That is actually a really good idea. It is a step wedge for your vise. And this one happens to be on Rex Krueger's website. It is his brand, Compass Tools. Now, if you want to buy one, pop over there and buy one. But why would you want to do that? Well, allow me to show you what it's for. Now, you see, when you've got a vise like this one here, okay? Let's bring you down, okay? Big, wide vise, yeah? This happens to be my record, and I've got big, long, wide jaws in there. The problem is, when you want to grip a piece of wood, okay, on the end of your jaws, say for instance here, okay, the other side will start pinching up here and effectively you lose grip, all right, on your piece of wood here, because the jaws are going at an angle, so it's only really touching on this side and not that side. There's a gap down there, yeah, so you get that go on. Well, you can, with that stepped wedge, you can actually increase the grip, have more parallel jaws at that point, you see, because you'll be applying pressure here at the same width as your piece of work. It makes perfect sense, wouldn't you say? I think so, yeah. But Rex Krueger's one, on his Compass Tools website, only works from one direction. That direction, you'd have to fit it here. But if you're like me, and got your vise right to the end of your workbench, every time you try and fit that thing, it's going to fall on the floor. So I actually need one on this side of the bench, or one that can actually go on either side of the bench, or have more than one. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make one, because quite frankly, I'm a woodworker. Why on earth would I want to buy something that simple, when all it is really a step wedge thingy-majiggy? Yeah. So anyway, I've got a bit of plywood there, which happens to be 9mm thick. So we're going to cut that up, yeah. And I've got another piece of plywood here, which is about, 12mm thick. And we're going to cut that up as well. So we're going to head over to the actual radial arm saw, and we're going to cut all our pieces out. And then we're going to glue them up. And in fact, we're going to have the same thing. But for me, it's going to be fitted on this side, or be utilised on this side, the bench. Now for you, you might want one on that side. Well, then you can head over to Rex Krueger. Website, Compass Tools, and do that if you want. But I'm not going to do that, no. It seems like a waste of money to me, and I'm tight, yeah. So, and besides, I'm a woodworker, so I don't understand why people just want to buy the simplest things, because it is a really simple thing, it is, yeah. So I'm not editing this video, so I'm going to take you over to my radial arm saw over there, okay. Flip the light round, so I've got some light over there as well, there we go. Oh, blimey. Right, it's such a simple thing, I don't understand why you wouldn't make it. But to be fair to Rex Krueger, his design is actually really simple. I like it, I think it's a really clever idea. Now this is the width I'm going to be going for, across here, you see, from there to there. So whatever I do, I want to make sure it's, well, fits my piece of plywood there. So my first cut is going to be the same as the width of this piece of plywood here. Let's bring it down a little bit. There you go. So just mark that across there like so. So that's going to be my first one. All right. And I'm going to use all this board. And however far it comes, that's where it comes. Now my next one wants to be shorter than this one. Yeah, hello. And I'm going to go an inch each time. Now here's a little bit shallower than that, which I think might be a bit awkward to use. So I'm making it a bit bigger. So I'm going to say inch, or 25mm every single time. So this one is 25mm. It's not critical, no. Use what you got. Right, then the next one, I'm going to go a little bit shallower again. Another 25mm. Up there. Right. So that's going to go on there. Like, we've got that one, it's going to go on there, and that one's, you see what's happening, can't you? It's a stepped wedge. So this one is going to go a little bit shallower still. Now each of these boards are 9mm thick, so you know, ideally I'd say I'd rather have had 6mm, but this is what I'm using because that's what I've got. But there again, it's a darn sight better than what I had. Alright, so there. And the last one is going to be an inch shorter yet again. I could keep going if I wanted to, but I think for me this is going to be enough. So this is basically what we've got. Yeah, I think that's enough. Right, so now we've got our effectively our stepped wedge. And also we've got this piece is going to be like the fence, and that's going to be mounted on there. You see how quick this is to make, can't you? I've got to be fair to Rex, so I think it's a really good design. I think it's quite simple, you know, and I like simple things. It kind of suits me. Right, so I need enough fence on this so it holds itself, so it don't actually fall over, or falls off the bench. So I'm going to go back there, I think. That one's okay cut there, about that, roughly, that'll do. Right, so we've got a piece of wood. Let's take it back to the bench and go from there, shall we? Yeah, I reckon so. You can't get much simpler than this, can you? The only thing is now we're going to have to do a bit of gluing. Yeah, we've got to do a bit of gluing, and I might even use my little pin nailer just to speed things up. You could paint this up if you wanted to, obviously, if that's if that's how you roll. That's up to you, isn't it? Oh, there's magnets there. All right. So the first things first, we need to glue these up. All right, so I'm going to glue these onto here. Basically sandwich and glue them all together. I'm just going to grab a pin nailer. For the purpose of the video, you don't need a pin nailer. You just clamp the lot together, and it'll be all you need. Right, now I'm not going to glue this bit. I'm going to glue this bit. Okay, that's going to be glued onto there. So that's where I want to glue. Now I'm going to use a roller, such as this one here. Oh, quite a bit lumpy, that one. Another one there somewhere. That's better. There you go. To spread as my glue spreader. That'll do. Alright, so we'll whack a bit of glue on there. Oh, me glue, me hole's bunged, it is. It's debunged my hole with a braddle. There you go. Now, I wouldn't be making this unless I thought it was actually a useful thing. Because I have the same issues as Rex was talking about. Because like this vise here, you see, it's got some slop in it. It's old. You know, it's an old record. And most vices do, to be fair. So here we go. Well, here comes the missus. Oh, crikey, it's like the earth is moving, it is. Alright, so that one's going to be glued onto there. Alright. And then on to the next one. So I'll put some pins in there first, so it doesn't slide about. Like I say, clamp it, obviously. Bring you a bit closer. There we go. Now one edge must be true. So you've got to have one edge you're working off. That's going to be that one. You could run it through the table saw, to be fair. Right, so we'll put a few pins in there. Just to hold it while the glue goes off. And now I'm going to do the next one, which is that one. I'll do exactly the same thing again. I'm using PVA, a D3. This one's by Eureka Glues. The name that sticks. So, yeah, I'm going to be doing actually a video very soon. I've glued up my bits, got to be ready, wait for them to dry. And on this video that I'll be doing later is a test between D3, D2 and D4. I tried to find some D1, but I couldn't find any. So, see how waterproof they are, basically. So let's do it on there like so. Like I say, you don't have to pin them together. Just clamp it up if you've got time to wait. You know, but I'm not editing the video, so hang on, have I run out of pins? I think I might have done. Oh, I have. Slip and slide, and it is. Slip and slide. What do they do? Put them in there. Right. Why isn't that going up? There we go. Now, like I said, if you want to do this, you can always clamp it up. Next one. Right. Right, you can paint this up if you want. You can put some fancy names on it if you like. Now you can buy like little, I think Lee Nielsen do some like swinging wedges, step wedges for your vise. I just don't understand why you'd buy them. That's, you see, it's just, look how easy this is to make, and it's still going to do exactly the same job. And you can make this as big as you like. But also, you can make it right-handed or left-handed, or you can have a vertical one. So, like for instance, what I'm doing here, you could actually make it a vertical stepped wedge if you want. So you put it in from the top and not from the end. I like the idea of putting it from the end for a particular reason, which to me it makes more sense, coming in from the end like so with your stepped wedge. But you could, for instance, if you're working whatever way you want to work, say for instance your bit of wood is just under 20 mil, like so, you could put that in there like that, and that'll just sit there, and while you're clamping your piece of 20 mil in the end there. I'm going to say, I think it's 22 mil, but you know, you could then spread the load. Now, I don't know if you see this, but my jaws now are parallel instead of being pinched up on one end, because otherwise I'll be having this situation. Can you see the problem? It's pinching there, and now this is not a parallel jaw. So it's going to be gripping here, but not there so much. That's the benefit of having a stepped wedge like so. Yeah, you can see the benefit there? Just makes perfect sense. I could even leave it just like that if I wanted to, but for the purpose of the video, I'm going to make it like Rex Krueger's design. Put it in there. I could actually just, I'll tell you what I could do. I could put some screws through the whole thing, couldn't I? If I just line it all up, I'll put a clamp on there, and I could put 4 screws in that area there, and that'll clamp it for me. Or it's 2, what you can do. Right, clamp in, and then put a screw in, and do the clamp, and do exactly the same thing again. But before I do that, let's grab that. Let's put one there. Put a shorter screw in there. Oh, what I should have used different bit really, but never mind. It will still do what I wanted to do. That it will. Screwdriver. What have I done with a screwdriver? I see it. Don't worry, I'm coming back. Just need them screwdriver. I think the battery's on its way out, but there you go. Like that in there. That's in it. And move. See the glue oozing out there. It's a good sign. Good sign. Let's do this on the side. And if you just clamped it up and left it, and just let it go off that way, you wouldn't have to do this. But for the purpose of the video, just so I can get it done. One in there. I think that'll do for now. I'll whack the others in a minute. I'll stick that on the linen thread actually and flatten that off. Just put the rest of the screws in. Alright, that's good. I'm happy with that. That's right. All we'll do is we'll just go over to the linear and flatten it off on the edges, make it smooth on the edge. Oh, it's smooth. Smooth as a baby's bottom. Ooh, if that's your thing. Let's bring you down here. There we are. Oh, it's smooth now. Smooth on the edges it is. So now I need to fit. It's, well, sort of a fence, isn't it? So, as you say here, if you don't have the fence, you could still use it this way out, to be fair. But then obviously that's going to be more in your way, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if it's a real big deal, to be honest. But I'm going to, you know, being it's a copy of Rex Krueger's design, I think, in fairness, I'm going to do it this way, the way that he shows it. And obviously you've got to do it the right way around, so it's no good that way. It's going to have to be the other way around, so it's got to go that way. You've got to bear that in mind when when you make this. All right, so it's that way round. Yeah. Otherwise, when you slide it across here, it's not going to engage, is it? Now you could actually cut this into a wedge to make it, once you've got it all installed like that. What you could do, you could just cut down there, follow those steps to make it easier to see. But I don't think it really matters, to be honest. So what we'll do is we'll just glue this on here. Oh, what's that on there? Splinter! Alright. I think this is a really cool idea. So fair dues to Rex Krueger. I do like watching Rex Krueger's channel. I think he's quite funny at times. Some of the things he does are stupid, but don't we all? Right, let's just plonk that on there. Yeah, I don't bind everything, especially the swinging of the hips. Using the hacksaw, I don't buy that. I don't get that at all. On the whole, he's a good guy. He's also doing a bit of foundry work now as well. So we'll just make sure there's no sort of like lumps in there. So grab a rag or something like that and just clean them out. Or a tissue, bit of kitchen roll or industrial roll, whatever you got. Clean them out there because you don't want no lumps there. You see, you can help it. So that'll do. Alright, so that's that. That's effectively what we've got now. The only thing is I will say, I'm going to put a couple of screws in there because it doesn't hold it together yet, really. Put some really tiny pins. Now when we put these screws in, because it's a lamination of plywood, we want to put a clamp on there before we actually do the screws up. Maybe about there. Right, so what I'm going to do is, before I put the screws in, right, I'm going to actually put a clamp here. Right, otherwise, like I was saying, what happened is it could spread the laminates apart. Okay, those pins I'm using are way too short. Way too short. I should have got the other ones. Never mind. It don't really matter that much. So I don't want that to separate the... I'm getting all tangled up now. I don't want to get all tangled up. Let's move that over here. That's it, a bit closer. I was too far away. Let's whack some more stupid pins in. so we can actually get that clamped up. I've got some long ones, so these are 23 gauge. Oh, they're way too short. Let's use some 18s. 23 was a silly idea. These are 18 gauge, so a bit longer. That's enough to hold it while I just put the screws in. Well, when I saw them upload this, I thought, whoa, that's a brilliant idea, I need that. So I thought I'd make one. You know, if you're like me, I'm not a rich man, you know, by nobody's means. Quite the opposite, to be fair. Right, that's in there, that's good. That's clamped up there, that's nice. Put the clamps on so the laminates don't spread with the screw. So squeeze the glue out there, so it's done its job. So there we go. I can paint it up and do what I like with it. But effectively, I've got exactly the same what Rex Krueger was talking about. You know, you've got, in this case, we've got 9mm there. So you can see, push it up to 9. 9, 18, and then it goes to, what, 28, yeah? Yeah, you just basically push it up. Wherever you're going to clamp your piece of wood. So I'll grab I don't know, what's this? This is a piece of 26. So if I clamp, drop it on the floor. If I clamp it about there, right, just to hold it, and bring the wedge, drop it on the floor, foot again. By the way, I have carpal tunnel syndrome, so I do drop things. All right, a bit more than that. So, the vise, and now it should grip, which it does. There you go. How much better is that? It's not moving at all. That, yeah, you know. I think, okay, if I get a bit welly, I can move it. But the jaw is now parallel across the wood. Let me show you. Instead of being at an angle. That's obviously better. It's got to be, isn't it? You know. It can't not be better, can it? You know, because it's now gripping on both sides. You see, because let's say, for instance, I took that out. I'm going to take my step wedge out. Which is literally that. And now, if we have a look, we'll tighten this up and look at that. How it's gripping in the vise. We've now got a clear gap there. Okay, and probably on the other side as well. There as well. Big gap. Let me find some poke in there. No, I'm not putting that down, Nick. Right, get a fit mind. Anyway, down here, look, there's a big gap there. All right, and then we've got a gap on this side as well, because the jaws of the vise are at an angle. All right, it just makes perfect sense. So, if it is his design and his idea, so he's painted it. So, yeah, fair dues. You know, I broke his painting, although I'm not selling it. It's just an idea. You know. So, if you don't have to buy one from Rex Krueger, just make your own. As simple as that. It did take no time at all. I haven't edited this video, so you know, you probably make it in 10 minutes if you hadn't had to talk to the camera. If that. Just a few bits of plywood just stuck together. Don't have to be plywood, it could be hardwood, softwood, it could be whatever you want it to be. Cardboard if you like. No, I don't think that'll work. I mean, you tell me what you think. Do you think that's quite a good design, quite a clever idea? Because to be fair, Rex Krueger, I think it is. So I'm like painting pendant on the side there just to annoy him. Anyway, it's time for me to go. So to say toodaloo, you know. So yeah, toodaloo. Don't forget to beat the like button, maybe subscribe to the channel, and oh yeah, don't forget the little bell icon because you get a warm fuzzy penny in your pocket every time I upload another video. And if you didn't know already, we're actually doing rewilding here in France, where we're planting 1,000 trees on 2 hectares of land. If you want to be part of that, there's a GoFundMe link down below, which you can basically buy a tree. I'll put a tree in the ground on your behalf. I'd also make a sign to go with that tree with a laser. And maybe, once I got my new room sorted out, with my new laser. It came yesterday. Yes, it is the B1. It's bigger, it's more powerful. 40 watt it is, yeah. Well, toodaloo.